Jai Hind, this is Eddie Roy from Shillong, you can say. The journey from Shillong to Guwahati, so I stopped en route and here it is. So this is one of my favorite spots where I do stop to take a cup of tea or some snacks or maybe some meal. So today as I was driving and was wondering about how much has been the benefit of GST reform on cars, and came to my mind that I should share with you what is my opinion about the entry-level cars below 10 lakhs. Now that it has become more attractive following the GST 2.0 reform. So what's my take? Right, so who should watch this video? If you are watching this video, then you should actually be a drive enthusiast, else it may not be of your taste. Because if you are driving for yourself, you are sitting in the driver's seat and you are driving the car and you love to drive, then only perhaps this video will be meaningful to you. So anyway, let's straight hit on the list. So I have selected 5 cars, and as you see the cars flying in the national highway which is connecting the capital of Meghalaya and the biggest city in Assam. This is called the GS Road. My number 5 tick in the category is, guess what? It's a very old car, but nonetheless, this car is still very relevant, and it's small, it's tiny, but it's very good for city use. So, and it comes with a, still till now, it's coming with a 4-cylinder naturally aspirated engine. Being a small tiny car, it produces enough power, enough juice to give it a liking for the driver's enthusiast car, and that is what I'm talking about with the entry-level car of Maruti located Nexa showroom is the Ignis. Yeah, Ignis is a tiny car, but it still holds a very significant role. It's a very good city car. So if you are primarily driving in city, then you can think of Ignis, and this is a very good car which you can think of Ignis as your city commute. Also, it can perform quite well if you are driving in the highway. Of course, it is not that drive enthusiast car. It will perform like a sedan car. If you love sedan driving, then of course you can easily identify with the car. So this is my number 5 choice. So guys, my second recommendation, I'm just back from the snack break and going towards Guwahati, just stopped by and trying to give my suggestion for the second driver enthusiast car, which is figures at number 4, and that is for people who drive long distances. Like if your running is more than 1500 kilometers per month, then of course diesel and Ultros diesel is my choice. Why? You will get a very good feature-rich variant of Creative S variant, which is just below the top variant, and you will get a good feature out there. The power output is 90 bhp and 200 Newton meter of torque. For the small car, this is very much adequate to give you a very good kick to drive, and it also offers a good mileage. So my 4th recommendation for those who are looking for a driver's car and also travel a lot, Ultros diesel accomplished S is my recommendation under 10 lakhs budget post GST 2.0 reform. So guys, as I'm driving now and entering the city, I'm about to enter, so there's a little less traffic, and I'm taking this opportunity to record my number 3 in the list, sub 10 lakh category. This is Tata Punch. But hold on, don't buy now. Hold on, because the facelift of the Tata Punch will be out soon. So this is a decent car. It gives you a SUV-ish feeling, and good for 4 people. One small child can come in. And with this BS6 phase 2 and all such type of things happening over the period, the 3-cylinder 1.2 liter engine now looks pretty polished. It's not as good as the Maruti series engine, but it serves its purpose. So this is my recommendation, because it gives you a feeling of as if you are sitting on a, it's not an SUV, it's not an SUV, it's a hatchback, pumped up and a little bit tall boy design, having a good ground clearance. So in Indian condition, they are good. They are good to be used by people, because you know what the rainy season does to, and the Indian roads are condition of Indian roads. An honorable co-winner is the entry level or the second base model of the Maruti Fronx, or its equivalent in the Toyota. Now I would bet for the Toyota Taizer, because Toyota Taizer look-wise, it looks much more polished according to me from outside. Interior is exactly same, so it doesn't matter. The engine specifications are same. Why I am recommending this, and why it is an honorable co-winner or joint winner in the number 3 of my list is, and I'm talking about not the turbo model, non-turbo model. Yeah, so it's because of its very refined engine Maruti has given, and the space inside, the space management of Fronx, or for that matter Baleno, or for that matter Taizer, is very good. So you need a good space interior and a refined engine. So whatever I am suggesting to you is about ex-showroom prices of the cars and not the on-road prices, right? So what is my number 2? So this area, in the meantime, I am entering the area called Jorabat, which is Jora means join, Bat means in Assamese means road. So Jorabat means it's a joint road. Actually what they mean to say is this, from here the road bifurcates into the Upper Assam and towards Meghalaya. What is my pick for the number 2 position? My number 2 position is obviously a driver's car. A driver's car which is not very old, pretty recent launch. That is Skoda Kailak. Yeah, so Skoda Kailak it is, and you will get signature, the second base model. Now only issue out here in Skoda cars is that you will not be able to do a lot of modifications outside, else warranty will be, you know, not honored by the company. So whatever you want to do in Skoda Kailak, the feature list is not at all impressive. So anyway, we are coming to that point, you know, that is the junction we are talking about. If you go to the right hand side, then you will go to Kaziranga, and this way go to Guwahati. So coming back to Kailak, you will see that it is not at all impressive in feature list. So if you want to even include a infotainment system and all those things, you better do it in house in the authorized service center instead of you know, doing it outside, because Skoda is you know, very strict about any alterations or modifications in their cars, part of their you know, quality checks, I guess. So Kailak, an honorable co-winner is XUV3 XO. Yeah, the 1.2 liter turbocharged engine, which is not the GDI, the normal. Here, why it is an honorable co-winner and not a or joint winner and not the main? Because of the boot space. Okay, so otherwise it can also be a very good option. It's a driver's car. So coming back to number 1. Number 1 in my list will be this is something which you may not like. It's not that popular, but I guess this is a very good option, and the best option according to me. Sub 10 lakh category, post GST 20 reform, and the car is Honda Amaze. Yes, that makes a lot of sense, especially if you are going for the automatic, the CVT it is, and Honda's 1.2 liter engine is really very smooth and well known, and IBTEC engine. So guys, this is a very great car for number one, and I don't find any car which comes near to it. Dzire is an option, but I would imagine that you know, if you look at the Dzire, it has become so common nowadays. I don't like the look of the front look of the Dzire. It's a good car, but again, it comes with 3-cylinder engine. They have downgraded the engine in order to accommodate for a, you know, the hybrid version of it in future, less than 10 lakhs of rupees. And I'd like to see your reaction on this and comment. And if you feel otherwise, and if I missed out anything, please do comment in the comment section. And yes, please do like the video, and please subscribe to my video if you like it. Thank you very much. Signing off, Eddie Roy from somewhere in between Shillong and Guwahati, GS Road. Bye bye. Love you all.